Hello everybody and welcome back to another brand new episode here on Britain's Farms. So as you can see, we're out with the teleporters today in the field and we're collecting some straw bales, and these will go straight up to the farm, and we'll bed the cows with these. Although the straw blower's not on the farm, we have got one waiting for us at the shop. Any time that we need something that Britons didn't do in 1985 or earlier, I'm going with just sort of like the older version stuff, so to try and sort of curate, if I can, compromise. So we've got the Vermeer one out of the I think it was the Vermeer DLC pack. So, and as you can see from that last bale, I've still not mastered the art of stacking bales by myself and loading trailers. Even though the bales now are fantastically well behaved, I still find that I'm that bad at it that I can fling them off into the stratosphere. So it's a kind of sort of compromise that I've got going on here, is that if I was to load the bales by myself, then I would leave obviously the trailer on the end of the field and then go and collect them with the teleporter. So that's what I'm doing. So it's still, although the actual bit of putting the bale on the trailer is obviously much quicker, it's still taking time, because we still have to drive around the field to collect the bales. But I decided in the end to use pallet forks to collect the bales, mainly because Britons didn't really do any sort of bale collecting tools. They didn't really do, as far as I can remember, and I certainly didn't have one. They didn't do bale spikes or bale grabs or anything like that. So I've gone for sort of the one thing they did do was pallet forks, because it was on the Sanderson forklift that I had. So I've gone for the pallet forks just because that at the time sort of does kind of in a way represent what Britain's had. But yeah, so we'll get this done, and then we will look at getting the next job done. I'm hoping to do as well in this episode, I'm hoping to do some raking as well, so we need to get that done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a forage wagon to collect the silage rather than bale, just so as we do something a little bit different. And also as well, again, I don't remember Britons doing anything like that in 1985, and again, I didn't have it if they did, but I'm 99.99% certain they didn't have a bale wrapper back in 1985. So that's why I've decided in the end to go for a forage wagon and put it on the back of obviously one of the tractors, and we'll collect the silage that way. We're also going to get, and I'll probably do this off camera just so as you don't get another video or two videos of me grass cutting and doing, but we're going to do another field at least of silage and another field at least of hay, just because right at this moment in time, when we collect the hay that we baled yesterday, most of that's going to have to go to the cows now, because at the moment they don't have any feed. And I've also noticed as well that the cows require water with the setup they've got on this map, which they don't normally need with the Giants cow barns, and also downloaded cow barns on other save games have not needed water. It's sort of been automatically piped up, but this time we do actually need to provide them with water, so that will be something. We'll need a water bowser for that, and we'll also need to find where we can get the water from, otherwise it means we're going to have a tank. And that's also going to push obviously the bills up, because we're going to need to pay for the water every time. So I'm hoping they don't drink an excessive amount of it. otherwise Anglian water will bankrupt us. But and I say Anglian water because that's where I'm from, so, and that's our water supply. But yeah, look at that. Look, I could almost get that on from here. It's just that I can't, because the auto load function makes the bottom of that trailer have no collisions, because the idea was that I was going to place them on top of the trailer and just let sort of auto stack straighten and, you know, sort of line them up properly, but that doesn't work because the floor has got no collisions when the auto loads on. So it means that when I go to drop the bow down, it just drops through the floor, and then the trailer picks it back up again, so I might as well just drop it next to the trailer. But it looks as if we're going to get all of this field on the one trailer. Take this one. Ooh, didn't get that one very well. I looked like I was low enough. That one might come off. As I say, Giants, since the Gal, or however you pronounce that, DLC, have really sorted out the physics of the bales, and now they are a pleasure to sort of use and handle and sort of play around with and do different things. Whereas, as anyone that's played the game since 2009 knows, that bales have been a bleeding nightmare, and that's why sort of really in a way the auto stack stuff came out, because you know you were unable to handle bales because of the physics of them. You know that as soon as you try to drop them on a trailer, they would ping off, and you know 10 days later you'd find them on the other side of the map, hanging in a tree or something. You know, so Giants really have sorted them out, and they've also sorted out as well the bale grabs, because I used to have a problem as well when you used to put the bale grab down, and when you would squeeze the bale grab in, it would then connect with the bale. That would make the bale sort of flap around and go funny, and then it would chuck the whole lot you know, high up into the air and across the map. So kudos to Giants for doing that, because as I say, it has now made bales enjoyable to handle. So I also noticed as well, watching back yesterday's video, that I had no cows in the cow field, even though I had 20 before we started. So I don't know what happened there, but I've rebought 20 cows, and we do have cows back in the cow barn again. So I don't know whether that was a bug, whether that, or whatever it was, but that was quite weird yesterday. That I went, I was baling the hay there, and I was watching the video back whilst editing, and sort of kind of thought, hang on a minute, where's my cows? So I went back into the game, and I didn't have any cows at all. So I don't know what happened to them, but we have 20 cows again now, so that's all good. It can be quite disconcerting for a farmer when you have 20 cows and then suddenly you realise one day you don't have any. My pedals are playing up my blooming game again, and look, I'm not holding any accelerator keys or pedals or anything, look, and it's driving my, and they do this, and I don't know why they do this, and it drives me absolutely bleeming mental, it does. It's the only game it does it on. It doesn't do it on any other game. It's just farming sim, and it also does it on 19 as well. And it drives me blooming scatty, I tell you, because I'm sort of trying to, you know, finesse things, and you know, some reason my pedals have decided that no, what needs to happen. Oh, hang on a minute, I don't think I've pushed that far enough. It will drive itself forwards, and then as soon as I hit the reverse key, it will then drive itself backwards. Let's just put that there. I think that should do. Yeah, that's better. Right, one more bale, and then we'll collect that, and we'll put that on the trailer, and then we'll go to the Well, actually, we might then just take a little road trip with the tractor and get the bale chopper. Straw chopper, that's what I was trying to think of, and we'll just chop some of the bales that are on that trailer and get the bedding down, because that will at least start producing us some manure. And obviously we're going to need manure, and Britain's did, I don't think it was necessarily in 1985, but I know that not long after that they had a muck spreader that came out. It was like a red flat trailer with plastic blades on the end to fling the muck, with a belt inside, like a creamy belt, or that was how mine looked anyway, and I'm assuming that all of the others look like that. I don't see why mine would have been any different, but yeah, so we will get a muck spreader. Alright, that's this field done. Alright, we'll just swing around. Now we know well, for a start we'll try and get in straight. For some reason I dropped the trailer off wonky. Should be there as far as I can remember. This is a nightmare on the real ones, because obviously you can't see the hook. The real ones do have a mirror on the back arm pointing obviously down at the floor, so that you can see the towing hook once it comes in. Am I still not on it? There we go. Take a nice slow swing, because otherwise we'll catch the thing. What's the matter with that? I shouldn't be pulling like that. What have I done? Ooh, what's happened to me bales? You see, now that's an issue. Oh crikey. What happened there, son? Oops. Oh, I don't really know what's happened there, but that's really fantastic. I've never ever seen that before, or this trailer do that, or anything. So that's going to make one hell of a mess when we let them down. Actually, you know, I may not have left nowhere near enough space to get around there, so we'll have to do that again. It's still a bit tight, you know. Let's try and get as close as we can to this. Can't get too close, because when the trailer swings the other way, the back's going to hit the post, so you have to be a bit careful here. Oh, I may not have left enough room now on the inside. That trailer's going to cut the corner, as trailers do. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, so we'll have to do what we perhaps should have done in the first place. And let's just take that off. And now let's see if we can lower them down. No, we can't. Anyway. So if ever you kind of like keep finding that your big trailers have trouble getting out of smallish gates, then that's how you do it. Come at it at an angle. I still may have undercut that. I don't know if I hold it. If I hold it straight. Whoop. I think I'm on it. There's me sitting here telling you, oh, if ever you're fine, just do this, it'll be grand. Apparently not. Apparently we didn't leave enough angle for the trailer straightening up on me. So we'll try that again. Well, this is going to be a video, James, trying to get out of a field. I don't normally have these troubles. It's only because the camera's on. Oh, hang on, now I've gone too far that way. There we go. Should be able to... Okay now. Should be okay now. Alright. It doesn't help that my pedals are driving the tractor by themselves. Still not going to get out of there. I got in the field okay, believe it or not. Right, gonna have to push up against the hedge. Oh, now the drawbar's got caught. Oh no, I've hit the back post. Oh well. At least we're out. No one saw that, right? Ooh. Alright, let's get to the farm and then we'll get on the tractor and we'll take the little white Ford and then we'll get the straw shredder. In actual fact, we could do with where's the best place to unload this? Let's have a look. The straw's got to go in there. There we go, look across there. That'll do a treat. Right, we're gonna have to. Oh, there we go. That's better. Right, we'll leave that like that. We'll run and get the white Ford, and then we'll run up to the sounds like an F1 stock car, that does. Right, we'll get off. We're going to take follow me, so we'll take a helper on this one. Because we're going to need a do I not have follow me then? Yeah. Vehicle missing. Let's try that the other way around then, see if that one will go on follow me. There we go, look, that's the pedals again. Well, follow me is obviously not working, so we're going to take this one. but we will just get off and switch that one off. Natural mode. We will shove this one in the shed. So we're going to need, as I say, a water bowser. I'm also going to need a forage wagon. I have got one in mind that I have found that sort of would be in keeping with Britain's at the time. So at the time of recording this, well, it's actually a day later than when the news dropped, but is everyone excited for the new expansion pack that's been announced? That's a big drop there. I personally have been wanting to see carrots in the game as standard for many years now, since probably FS17 when it started to become a thing on most maps. I would have liked to have seen onions included as well. I would also like Giants to do a Grimmy GT 170 like I've got in 19, and as I've said before, I've tried converting that over to 22, and I can get it into the game on 22, but none of the animations work, none of the belts turn, and also as well, for whatever reason, one wheel is always missing. So I do what, you know, sort of the tutorials out there say to do for the wheels and everything, but I always have one wheel missing. And the other problem that I have as well is that occasionally when I've tried to convert it over to this game, it starts off buried in the ground, and I can't. I know that's got something to do with the XY axis, but I can't figure out how to get it sort of out of the ground. But it's not worth me getting it out of the ground and figuring that out yet, because I can't actually get it so as I can function with it in the game. Like I say, it's either missing a wheel, or you know, the belts that, you know, aesthetically it doesn't look that great because the belts are not turning, and you know, the functionality's not there. You know, the unloading belt, you know, can't be extended or retracted or anything like that. So I'm having huge issues trying to get that GT 170 into this game so that I can use it, because whilst I am a fan of the new Grimmy Veratron, I do like that. I like that a lot. I also like the older version as well, from 13 through to 17 and 19. So I like that version of the Veratron a lot as well, but there is just something about, whether it's because I used to do it at work or not, I don't know, but having a Grimmy GT 170 on the back with the front mounted Harlem topper, I don't know, you know, with a traction trailer riding alongside. Like I say, I used to do it on the second farm that I worked on. I used to drive there used to be 2 trailed potato harvesters and 1 self-propelled harvester. I think that's it. Yep. Right, we'll get ourselves back off to the farm. And yeah, so I used to drive the Grimmy GT 170, and then the other trailed one was was it called a Recce or a Riki? And then we had a 13 plate Veratron that was on tracks. We did, I can't remember if it was my first year or my second year, we trialled the Grimmy GT 170 with a Challenger on 3 metre road tracks. or offset road tracks so that you could obviously go between the rows with it, just because the farm really were looking to try and get compaction down to an absolute minimum, but it didn't really work. What we were the problem with the Challenger is that obviously because it's on tracks, it sort of can turn on a sixpence really, and when you've got the Grimmy behind, we were finding that even though I was steering the Grimmy to be away from like the drawbar and things, we were still catching. It was the turning that was catching us out, so we kind of gave up that idea and went back to a tractor because it was just taking a little bit too long for me to get it round on the headland, whereas when 6 wheels are in line and you're steering the Grimmy with the wheel tractor, it was a lot easier for getting round, because we used to plant our headlands and we used to plant them quite tight, which meant you had to have a fairly good turning circle, and the Challenger had the turning circle for it, but with the Grimmy on the back we were struggling. Whether it was just a case of I hadn't really got to grips with it or what, I don't know, but we went back to using using my John Deere with obviously row crops on. Yeah, so might be something worth trying in 19, putting the Grimmy GT 170 on the back of a tractor and seeing if we can get it to harvest okay. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, I was talking about the DLC, so I'm really looking forward to that. Right, where's going to be best to have this? Probably here. We'll get off so it don't roll back. Is that wrong side? Well, we'll be alright. Okay. Alright. I knew that was going to happen. Thankfully they didn't go. Alright, let's try and unload. I think we can get 2 bales in there. Actually, what I will do is I will just drop that. This is the problem with my bleeding pedals. Right, there may be a loud bang, but I can sort this out. There we go. Right, I'm sorry if you heard that, but that's the only way I can sort it out. I'll remove that bag like that. Leave the engine running. We don't want that not to start. It's going to be a bit tight here, James. Alright. It's going to be awkward. This is going to be awkward. We might have to find a better way of doing this. We might have to do it where the silage pit is on the flat, but I didn't really want to take the trailer around there, if I'm honest. But, like I say, better behaving bale, so it's a bit easier. There we go. We're there. See, there's no depth perception because I can't tell now if I'm over it or if I've not gone far enough, or if indeed I've gone the other side of it. Right, straighten up a little bit now. Drop it down. Should come off. There we are. Not very tidy, but objective achieved. It's a bit cloudy overhead today. Looking at that sky, that looks a bit like rain. Anyway, we'll try and get this one off if we can. We might have to boom out here. I don't think that's going to hold, James. Let's see if we can fluke it. That looks precariously on there. I definitely wouldn't want to be around that in real life, just in case, because that looks like it's on the very, very, very tip of that fork. Alright, we'll try and put that one in there. Ooh. Well, it's a brand new straw chopper, and I've just dented it and scratched it. Does anyone mind? There we go. Well, it's not in there great, but that's the reason why we do that, because then we can lift that up and push it back in. There we go. Right. Oh, need to get off and open the gate. Oh, Susie Cow's in there. Oh. Alright. I may not come into the best angle here. As long as the wheel doesn't stick out, we should be okay. There we go, there we go. Alright. We will just close that gate just in case. Or not. There we go. Now we just got to find the trigger, which I think is here somewhere. I wouldn't stand there if I was you. Yeah. Alright. Is it laying any straw down? Are we not making a dent in this? Nope. Oh, we got a little bit down. Now what I'm going to do is, this might be easier. Open the gate. I don't think Susie's going to come this way down. So what we'll do is, you should be able to take two. Oh, actually, I think you can spread the. Let's have a look. Indeed you can. Right. I always forget about that function with these pallet forks. You can actually spread them. Right, let's just try and get these two. Next thing we're going to find out is this teleporter's not capable of lifting 2 bales. Yep, we're okay. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave the episode here, and thank you all very much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's just put that down again. And I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you very much. Happy farming. Bye for now.